G'day watchers, Ivan here at Perth Watch. Welcome back to the channel. Today I just want to do quite a quick video on my top 5 watches under $100. Now I'm using Amazon as a price guide whenever possible, but outside that, if I can't find it on Amazon. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Now I'm going to go in increasing price. That doesn't mean that we're going to go from worst to best, nothing to do with that. It's just increasing price that I can find these pieces. So number one is actually what's on my wrist. This is the Guanqin, right? This, hopefully this is not something that anybody has ever mentioned in the top 5 before, but of all the Chinese watches that I have featured, this has come out kind of heads and shoulders above everything else under $100, for the case finishing, for the movement, for the design. Yes, it is kind of a copy of the Nomos Lambda, but it is a very well done watch and I've really enjoyed it. So this is the GJ 16016, retailing somewhere between 60 and 70 usually you can get it. Alternatively, if you don't like the mixed language on this watch, you can get the Cadison. C1030 is the model for the Cadison, essentially exactly the same watch, and something that I really like, and the quality I think is something to be appreciated. And the other thing I'd mention as well is that it's got sapphire. None of the other watches that I'm going to cover today really has that step up there. Okay, so that's the first watch I'm going to mention here today. Number 2 on my list is BASTA Fibia. Now these come in many different iterations, right? The model number reflects the case, the bezel style, the dial style. The one I've reviewed before is the 710634. I put up some pictures on the side here for you guys to refer to, of course. Retailing around $80 is what you can get it for, 80 USD. Many different iterations, but they have their own, of course, the Vostok in-house movement, and a lot of good stories about how tough these watches are. So take a look at them. That is my number 2 on my list here, under $100. Okay, moving on. Number 3 is none other than an Invicta Pro Diver. So over here they come in so many different iterations, but I'm referring to the Pro Diver 40mm watches, really the Rolex sub homages, and this one is my very much loved blue 9094, but I've done many reviews on this. You can take a look at my playlist if you want, and they retail also around the $80 mark, sometimes actually even slightly less than the Vostok. It might go on sale for under 70 if you pick the right time. So Invicta Pro Diver 40mm, for what you pay, you're getting a very good case. You're getting a Seiko NH35 movement, a bezel that is not bad for the price range. I think it's very difficult to beat. Still to this date, easily the best sub homage under $100 is the 40mm Pro Diver. So that's my pick on number 3 here. Alright, moving on guys. Number 4 on my list is an Orient. And I'm going to pick the Symphony. I mean, there are other models under $100, but I'm going to go with the Symphony because it just has a little bit of something, in this particular range here. So retailing for around $90 is what you can get it for. There are many different models, but I'm going to go with, say, for example, the ER 2708W. That's kind of like got the numerals around the white dial. But choose your poison really. There's different models that you can get. So Orient, of course, full in-house with their own in-house movements. Very respected brand out of Japan, and the quality for the price range is pretty darn good and very well respected. Okay guys, and moving on to my last piece here, number 5. How can you finish a list without having a Seiko? So I'm going to put a Seiko 5 in here. You can choose, there's a few under $100, but I'm going to go with the very, very well-known SNK 805. You can choose a few models here, 807, 809, 803 for different color variations. The 805 is the green, kind of this Ranger watch. So I think the green kind of suits it well. That's really my preference if I was going to pick up one of this. It's got the 7S26 movement. Seiko, of course, going to be the biggest name out of all the ones I've mentioned here, and you have to include a Seiko when you're talking about under $100 in automatic, I reckon. So that's the last on my list here. Guys, that's my top 5. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you find this interesting and agree with some of these. But look, if you have any other thoughts about what should be on this list, what is on your list for the best under 100, I would love to hear it. So let me know in the comments below. Guys, if you enjoy my videos, of course, do consider subscribing. New content every week, always aiming to be objective and unbiased about all things horology. Thank you for sticking with me, and as always, I'll catch you guys next time.